A federal program is helping many of our area communities provide services and find part-time work for the senior adults at the same time. Our Bureau Chief Dow Kennedy explains how Claxton's Green Thumb project is helping keep things like the airport flying along.
Few retirees look for another job, but Hershel Grice of Claxton did after his wife put him to work around the house and he replanted the same shrubs 3 times.
All these little odds and ends, she had saved them for years, for 35 years in fact.
He found part-time work overseeing the municipal airport through the federal Green Thumb program.
The program has many benefits for some local retirees. It means a part-time job as well as a feeling of accomplishment and a feeling of worth within the community. And for the city and county, it means an additional labor force with many years of experience.
Hershel recently went to work for the airport authority, and that freed a space in the program. With corporate leaders using the airport to visit many area factories, the retirees' experience and maturity helps them be ambassadors for their community.
The top people comes in here and flies in from these corporations. And for the little bit, you know, anywhere you go, your first impression is when you first get there.
Claxton Mayor Perry Lee DeLoach says the program helps them keep projects like the airport running.
It's important that we're able to take advantage of this program and get this service performed without a direct cost to the local government.
And for workers like Hershel, the job gives them the chance to supplement their retirement at minimum wage and contribute to their community. In Claxton, Dow Kennedy, WTOC News.
The program allows the senior adults to work 20 hours each week at minimum wage with no effect on their Social Security. And you know that's good because
very good.
Some of them want to supplement their income and some of them just want to get out of the house.
That's true too.
To keep from doing those honeydews.
Some are pushed out of the house by the honey.
Yeah, maybe they want to get rid of them for a while, but it's a good program.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of good
Right down there, people's houses?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Stores, man.
We're at Black Rock Mountain State Park, on top of Black Rock Mountain in Georgia. The elevation here is 3446. Black Rock Overlook with Hershel and Betty and Glenda and Edie Grace. A day before Edie Grace's birthday. Beautiful view.
And what a great day.
Hershel and Betty and Glenda and Edie Grace. You want to go over and get in the picture with them, Edie Grace?
Come over here, Edie.
Come over here, Edie.
Come over here, Edie.
Come
Grace.
stand in front of Papa.
We're at Black Rock Mountain State Park. Oh, Edie Grace.
Stand in front of Papa's wheelchair.
Day before her birthday. Looking out the overlook. Edie Grace will be 3 tomorrow.
Gonna build another. There he goes with the furniture.
Is that right?
Yes, you can. Sit right there on my feet. Come right and get on my feet.
I want to sit right here.
You're sitting right there. So Hershel, when's the last mountain you were on top of? When's the last time you were on top of a mountain?
Harper Valley, I imagine.
From Harper Valley up in Virginia.
And I don't even know what year that was.
That was with Otis and Francis, or?
Yeah,
You guys don't stand up there. No, ma'am.
Why?
about a year before Francis died.
She's only been dead how many years?
Let's see, I'm 78.
When there's filling up natural spring water. The spring runs all the time here. Getting some spring water. And this is original spring water straight from the mountain. Hear the streams running up there.
My cup! Oh no! My cup!
All right, you guys, just a second.
Wait a minute. I'll get
Okay.
it. I'll get it. You come back here. I'll get it. Come back.
Lady Grace has lost her cup. She's filling up.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Pa said it's good and cold. Is that right, Pa?
It is. Good water. Good water.
That's what the whole joint this time.
Here's what you can drink. This spring water.
All right. Let's help her fill hers up.
My mom.
That tastes like your spring water, man.
Yours tastes a lot water than me, Daddy. I can't tell. Okay,
Come on,
let me
Lady
fill
Grace,
your
let's
bottle
fill your
up.
bottle up now.
Hold your lid. Hold to your lid.
Oh, go for my skirt.
Don't get your shoes wet. Stand on the rock.
Why is there block in here?
so as you won't get your feet wet. See the water down there? The rocks is to stand on so as you won't get your feet wet. And need to put a few more scattered around.
Turn it the other way, man. The other way.
Got it.
Facing way to
Here,
water.
Daddy. Hold my papa. Here.
Black Rock Mountain, Sky Valley, right outside a place called Mud Creek. Waterfall. So close we can drive the truck right to it, just kind of a dead end road. Yeah. What you think about that, Eddie Grace?
Is
that cool?
Pretty, Daddy.
How about that? Isn't that beautiful? Wave, Eddie Grace. Eddie Grace, wave at me.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have fun. Downtown Helen, Georgia, on Eddie Grace's 3rd birthday. Her and Mima and Papa are on a buggy ride. Mama's in this store buying her some leather attire. Beautiful day. Little river that runs right through Helen. The shops on the side, restaurants. Guy fishing there, caught some fish. Like he's got him lunch. Here come the Grices on their mule and buggy. Hershel and Betty and Glenda and Eddie Grace Grice. Oh, Grice Queen. Y'all gonna wave? Eddie Grace. Show the baby.
Now hold your baby under your chin. Let me see her.
Hold her up real tight. Okay.
Sit down.
Sit down. Show us the baby.
Cross your feet, pretty. Happy. Okay.
Hershel and Betty witnessing the baby birth.
No, man, you can't do it.
Yeah,
You can't just go, hey, baby.
Who say cheese, Eddie Grace? Cheese.
Don't look at her. Y'all look this way.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Grace. Cheese.
Tell Mama, hey. Tell Mama,
Show me your teeth.
Okay.
Good girl.
No, sir, that ain't
Thank you.
They ain't a youngin' in the world got any more.
Big smile.
Okay.
You too, Granny.
Granny, skip you and now Emmett needs to be back
Yeah, where's Emmett? There he is, hanging out on the side again.
Wait a minute, hold on.
What you do? Everybody there, Emmett?
Sandy smiling? No. Come on, Aunt Sandy. Come on, Aunt Sandy, you can do it. That's better.
Open my mouth. Around in front of Mama with you.
Show me your son. Jump. Yay!
Hey.
Hey. Hi.
Where you going?
Easy, baby.
Where you going?
Sit, sit. No, no jumping. Ooh. Ooh.
Tough on the tail, ain't it? She's just learned how to jump. So.
You want to jump?
Cheese.
Jump. There you go.
Jump down on the ground. Show her how to jump
Jump.
on the ground.
1, 2, 3, jump.
1, 2, 3, jump.
Jump. Jump.
Grandpa Hershel, and he's going to tell us about meeting Grandmama in the sugar field. Or the, what? Now, what in the sugar field? What was
Cotton patch.
it? Cotton patch.
Chopping cotton. When you chopping cotton? Yeah, I think you was.
Kicking cotton.
This is Grandma.
Chop with a hoe. We're chopping it. The weeds out of it.
Well, tell us about it.
All right.
Then Wendy said she's going to go to the house, take a bath, and I was going to chop her row out. And when she stooped over to pull out some grass from around the cotton, and the wind blew her little old short skirt up. Right across the tail, it said 25 pounders, Beulah's best, self-rising. And after a while, then she bent back over the other way, backwards, and it blew up from the front. It said right across the front, it said Triple X, 100% pure sugar. And said I sent her on to the house, and I carried her home with me.
Honey, I think I need
And she's
to get
been
up
happy
late,
ever
Joey.
since.
Oh, my.
So, tell us about the secret of being married to a Wilson for that long.
How many years, honey?
You see what shape I am now. That's what happens when you've been married that long.
How many years you been married?
Well, 46, and this is 52. That'd be 56 years, isn't it?
I started to say 55 or 56.
56 years.
Tell us about your wedding.
Well, they weren't much through the wedding. Just going to justice peace and getting married.
Well, tell us about working with Einstein. And some, where'd y'all honeymoon at?
Back home in the bed.
In Jeannie.
Jeannie.
In a feather bed. In the summertime, in August. And it's so hot, and the mosquitoes so bad you couldn't raise the windows. That'd leave them down. And then Betty slept so close to me, she got any closer, she'd sit on the other side.
Hershel slept so close to Betty.
Well, tell us about working for Einstein.
Well, he's the man that, the great fuzz, he had all the knowledge and the know-how. And he was a good, shrewd dresser. His shirt tail would be out half the time and in half the time. He'd mismatch the buttons on his shirt to have them matched wrong. You wouldn't have them in line. And you'd see him with his shoes, he'd have one red sock, maybe one white one on. He never would have the same pair on at the same time, the same color. And the thing about it, he was such a great man, even generals and Congress and senators that walked around him and they never even called his attention to how he was dressed or looked or anything. They admired him just like the rest of them. He was just a gentleman and a half.
Tell us about Roswell.
Well, we seen the night that I was in the hospital, they showed that Roswell spaceship that come in there that night at 11 o'clock on television. We stayed 5 years in Roswell.
Yeah. My old Major Marcellus Macio was charged to man the project for the flying saucer that fell. He was the cleanup crew and went out and took care of it. Brought the ship back in and put it in hangar 84. Brought it, went through harbor at 2 o'clock in the morning with it on the back of a flatbed truck, covered the canvas. Carried out there and put it in hangar 84. And the bodies was carried to the hospital. And the one alive was there and didn't know how to treat him. And he lived for 2 or 3 days before he died. And it was rather a strange thing. Even Secretary Forrestal at that time come out there and looked through the window and looked at the little feller. And the little feller raised up on the bed and with a little slit in his mouth, you could see it moving. And Forrestal grabbed his forehead and turned around to the other people with him, asked him, he said, "Did y'all get that?" And he said, "Get what? We didn't hear nothing." He said, "That man just revealed to me that he was one of many. That there were 4 or 5 other species in outer space, and every one of them was different from him. But said they wasn't by themselves, there were others out there." And Forrestal went on back to Washington. His head was hurting, a tremendous headache. He went to Walter Reed Hospital, went up on the 6th floor, and was stayed in the hospital a day or two, and the nurse went in there at 10 o'clock at night to check on him. And the window was open, the curtains was flopping, and he had jumped out the window and spattered himself on the sidewalk and committed suicide. And it was just a strange coincidence of how everything fell into place and it all happened.
Did you see that special on TV last weekend? Did you see that special on TV last weekend?
Which one's that?
Your space movie,
Yeah.
Roswell.
Yeah, we saw it. I did too.
So you,
I never did get to see that.
tell us about the war and your Purple Hearts. You have 2 Purple Hearts. Tell us about those.
You hear that space here?
That was a strange thing. I was in a little town in Hagen, spelt with 2 A's. And I thought of our little town, Hagen, Georgia, when we was entering it. And there a shell come in and fell at a few feet of me. And I got one piece of shrapnel and blowed about 10 or 12 feet backwards in the air. My helmet off, my rifle went one way and my helmet the other, and I crawled over and got both of them. When I went to moving, I couldn't move. My right leg was stiff and I was dragging it. So I crawled over and got my rifle and helmet and stayed there until the medic come by and picked me up and carried me on back to the hospital. And after a short stay there, I made the mistake of them walking through, I think, 7th or 8th day, and said, "Every man able to stand by his bed." And I stood by mine, and they put us in the back of the ambulance and carried us right back and put us on the front lines again. And I could only walk and hobble on one leg and was moving from foxhole to foxhole. My outfit would grab me, one man on each shoulder, and they'd run with me as we'd make her move from one place to another while we was in combat and fighting. And so even the piece of shrapnel, my medic, he's dressing my leg one day, and he looked up and you could see up the leg in the holler, and you could see a black piece in it. I turned my leg sideways and hit it with my hand, and the shrapnel fell out in my hand. And I got the shrapnel at home now. I brought it home with me. And that's just one of the incidents that some of the steel I brought back from Germany with me.
Where all did you go to during the war?
Well, over there we went France, Belgium, Austria, Germany, and Holland. And I went through there in slow motion. Well, I walked through most of them. What time I wasn't running.
So how long were you in the military?
2 years first.
2 years in the infantry, and then I went back and made 6 in the Air Force, 8 years in all.
The Air Force is where you learn your electronic skills?
That's when I got into electronics, was in the Air Force, learned the skills that I used in civilian life.